Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Black excellence, black beauty, and black pride. Black power from all diasporas coincide. Progressive truth and regression eventually collide. May the beauty of the people no longer be set aside. May the black queen's grace continually mesmerize the millions who couldn't see it when looking into her eyes. And the black man's plight no longer be the disguise. Oppression, emasculation, they wanna castricize him. Take him away from the black queen, put him inside prison for slave labor, he institutionalized. Wondering on the outside, is she willing to ride? Is she willing to ride? Is she willing to fight for the love, even despite the fact that he doing time? Love that conquers all will never fade with time. If she don't choose the love that appreciates every life, his flame might get dim and he may eventually.
Is digital media to help businesses, political campaigns, and organizations grow while increasing their community impact. Green and Wood Media is pleased to offer a digital media buying fellowship to train, develop, and mentor young people interested in digital media, politics, and advertising. Learn more at greenandwoodmedia.com.
What's up, everybody? I just wanted to write that would have been really bad on camera. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Oh, they definitely watching.
They always watching.
They definitely watching me.
They stay watching.
You know what I'm
I used to
saying?
work for them.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Urban Impact Show. I'm one of your hosts, Rob Johnson, and we got
Brittany Janelle,
Lewis Fountain.
And Dewana Bradley.
And look, we are live back again. Every Sunday we come to you. Eli is going to his godfather now. Holy cow, I meant to, we just made that public.
That's okay.
It's okay. It's going to be an official thing here real soon. I just remembered, holy cow, we have it right. Yeah. So anyway, what's up, y'all? We'll be doing the show today. Today is going to be talking about co-parenting, but let me go back real quick because we are live back in the studio. We're back here. Don't forget, next week we got another show. Just let him do what he's going to do at this point. Yeah. We're back here in the studio. We're live from the studio in Windsor Heights. If you want to book this space, please call 515-996-0326. Again, if you want to book this space, call 515-996-0326. Man, now I feel like he's like doing certain stuff on purpose just because it's like no one's paying attention.
you're not about to just jump up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So
no one's paying attention to me.
yeah. So what else we got today, Dewana?
Well, I just want to say happy Grandparents Day to all the grandparents out there. Today is, shout out to my nanny because she never wanted to be called grandma, so we called her Nani. So,
All the big mamas?
all the big mamas, the grannies, the pawpaws, all the different names y'all got for y'all's granny and pawpaw, your grandparents. We just want to say happy Grandparents Day to all of them. And then also, we want to remember September 11th, which happened 21 years ago today. So all of those families that are still, and I don't want to say still like you still shouldn't be, but for those families who lost individuals 21 years ago, like our thoughts and prayers are with you during that time because losing someone is never easy. And we all have our different spaces and places we're in when it comes to getting over that. So those are the things that are on my mind today that's going on. It does.
Does everybody remember where they were?
I do. And shout out to
I was in 8th grade.
I was in 10th grade.
I was in 8th grade. I was smiling at Rob because I was like, I don't want to tell him how old I was at that time.
Yeah, he's
I was in 8th grade.
You know what I remember about that day the most? Don't judge me. No judgment, right?
No judgment.
Yo, shout out to the Blueprint that came out that day, Jay-Z, 21 years ago.
Oh, it
Facts.
sure did.
What?
Yo, and I remember getting the CD and everything was going on.
You're from Philly, so you're from the East Coast.
Oh, yeah, I was right, yeah.
The East Coast was, dang, that's like big things
There's a lot going on. Yeah, Hove dropped that day.
So everybody was probably mourning that what's going on 9/11, but they were definitely bumping that in their
I
cars.
was gonna say they probably listened to their music that day at the same time as the news interrupted programming, and you're like, wait a second, I was just listening to this.
I was like, yo, where my CD? Yeah,
That's crazy. That is crazy. So what's happening with you, Brittany?
I've had a really busy weekend. I'm happy. I feel like we're home finally. We've been gone
I feel like
for
I'm
so
home
long.
too, Brittany.
Yeah, like
You are home. Yes,
like
you are.
Because I love the studio. I love the setup. I love everything about it. But Had a busy weekend of football. First weekend for football.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to the Eagles.
Shout out to Iowa State. Great win yesterday. Just want to say that, you know.
They did beat us.
Iowa State did beat
First time in like 6 years.
Yes.
how bad Iowa's offense is right now?
Oh, their offense,
Are
they
you a
can't-
Hawkeye fan?
Absolutely.
their offense, their quarterback.
I would have never even guessed
But
that.
their defense but here's the thing. You got to do more than just the defense. I mean, their defense was playing out of sight yesterday. Yeah, they
Turnovers, interceptions.
Everything was
The
good.
problem is, I feel like the coach is he's just having loyalty towards that because he's a senior and, you know, he feels a certain way, I guess, about him, but he sucks. Like, second string has to be better than that.
So now, is it the
I was
the coach's
the
son?
same offense for
No.
21
Okay,
years.
all right.
The coach's son is the offensive coordinator.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if he was playing. Got it.
Offense. Iowa goes run, punt, run, punt, run, punt, run, punt. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they do.
It sucked yesterday.
Louis, what do you want to say?
It does, 'cause that's what they do. Run, punt, run, punt,
I'm just so
run,
happy
punt.
the Eagles beat the Detroit Lions today, so I'm good. I mean,
Yeah, this is the time of year. I was just talking to a guy that I went to I was in a leadership institute with, and I was telling him, I was like, yeah, shout out to the leadership institute. I was like, for most of the men in my life that I know, I'm leaving y'all alone till February. Or if you're moody, I understand, because there's just all of this going on during football season. So I know what it is. So I want y'all to enjoy the football season, though.
ladies, they don't know. We have Thursday night football. We have Friday high school football. We have Saturday college football.
Thursday
Yeah.
night football.
I said Thursday.
Yeah, he said Thursday.
Then we have Monday night football.
Yes.
Right?
So that's
I think. Wait. So is there only one day
Thursday,
left
Friday,
open? So is
Saturday,
it Tuesday, where
Tuesday,
there might
Wednesday.
not be anything going on?
Wednesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So
ladies.
schedule your date nights on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Yes.
Bible study Wednesdays. I mean, you got, you know.
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday is when you're gonna get your guys. So just know that the other days of the week
date night.
it's football.
Yeah, Thursday through Tuesday.
Also, let's call your team out now. Bro. I ain't got time for that.
Bandwagoners.
Jump ship type of thing.
I'm a Cincinnati Bengals fan. No, you're not. You wasn't a Bengals fan.
I'm riding with the Bears till the wheels fall off, okay? That's what I know. I know, because I got an app on my phone that tells me what the Bears are doing. Even if I don't see the game, I still know who won because I got the app on my phone. So everybody jump underneath this page and call out your team today so we can know what's up.
Yeah, put your team out
and
there.
Tom Brady sucks.
Well, I'm not
No,
all
no,
about
no,
the
no.
whole Tom Brady thing. I do Kansas City, but it's sentimental, so that's just a family thing for my kids. So
These-
Traded
these
so many
are
people there.
huge-
I said Kansas City traded so many people. Like, I'm interested to see how their season gonna be.
yeah, we're still sticking with Kansas City, so we're gonna. That's
These are
gonna be my
huge Tom
team.
Brady fans. So
He the GOAT.
Tom Brady sucks.
No, he's the GOAT.
Just period.
He is, Rob.
You gotta give him his.
Rob, come on.
Any team on that Tom Brady's on sucks also.
What?
So now I like the Patriots now that they no longer
So you
have
must be a
Tom
Beyonce
Brady.
hater too. Are you a Beyonce hater?
And he sure is a Jay-Z
Okay.
hater. So, yeah. Anybody that's the GOAT.
Jay-Z.
No, listen.
Kanye West is the best rapper alive.
Don't entertain
Oh,
that.
I'm just
Kanye
not going
West
to
is the
entertain
best
that right
rapper
now.
alive.
God did.
Beyonce is she's dope, but Kiki Wyatt is better. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Vocally,
But we're talking
Kiki
about
Wyatt.
The one in education, we call this attention-seeking behavior.
We
Do not entertain this.
I'm not gonna hype him up.
This is
I'm not gonna
facts.
I'm not gonna do that.
Don't
I'm
be
not.
sure.
This is facts.
I've
This
been
is
taught how to
facts.
deal with people like you. I know what to do here.
This is facts.
I used to argue back and
Yeah,
forth
I'm not
with him.
doing
we
it.
go to
I'm
break?
not doing it.
Do we go to break?
We do. That's what we do.
We kick him out.
You know,
Let's kick him out. The man said Kiki
I'm
Wyatt.
leaving like Reynolds is in November, so.
Yeah, now we can agree on that.
Okay.
Now we can agree on that, Rob. You back. Rob Johnson, you back
You're
now.
back to the table now.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back
Okay.
like Mace. You back.
That's something we can all agree upon.
There we
First
go.
black governor is gonna be.
Okay, Rob. Welcome back. You made a good comeback.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you can
I'm
stay.
I'm
You
leaving
can
like
stay.
Reynolds, so you know what I mean.
Yeah, you could stay. I like
Tell
that.
me that Kiki Wyatt vocals aren't.
Oh, she's amazing. But I think when I think of an artist, it has to be overall. You got to be. Beyonce is beautiful. She has a great voice. She's one of the best entertainers to ever
She
hit the
is.
stage.
She is.
She's a great
Beyonce's dope.
Yeah, she's great overall.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Beyonce's
Like she.
dope. Kanye West. Kanye West is a billionaire. He's a
Yeah,
billionaire.
he's a billionaire.
He was a billionaire before Jay was a
No,
billionaire.
it came from Hove crib.
Yeah.
God
Hello.
So Hov is
Hello.
Apparently, Ye put Hov on because Ye was a billionaire before Hov.
Nah, I got three millionaires came from Hov crib.
Period.
Bruh, I'm trying to tell you, Ye was a billionaire before Hov.
Eli, take your daddy home, Eli.
You know what I'm saying?
Eli, take your daddy
You know,
home.
Take him
can
home
we
to get
can
some
we
rest.
disagree with that?
Take him home to get some rest.
Can we disagree that?
Because when you get tired, you get delusional.
Can we disagree with that though? Can we disagree with that though? Kanye West was a billionaire before Hov was. Hov just became a billionaire. Am I right, Trey? Yeah, yes.
Yeah, Trey,
yes.
it's okay. You don't have to
Trey,
say
it's okay.
anything.
You
don't
can
have
admit.
to say anything. It's okay.
Ye been a billionaire. Ye been a billionaire. You know
Didn't
who?
he just become one last year?
No. Ye been a billionaire. And now Hov
If I
just
didn't throw
got
you
to
the
billionaire.
alley-oop, the slam dunk the ball, you wouldn't have got the 2 points. But I had to throw the alley-oop. I had to set you
Nobody
up.
would have knew you.
Yeah, like I had to
Ye was
You was
gonna be
excited to put on the Rockefeller chain.
Ye was gonna be Ye regardless.
Throwing up the rock.
Ye was gonna be Ye
Happily
regardless.
throwing up the rock.
Yeah.
Ye was gonna be Ye
I'm the
regardless.
newest member of the Rockefeller team. Remember that? You seen the documentary?
Now,
I'm
Blue
just
Wire
saying.
was one of the best songs.
I'm just saying.
I love that song. But I mean,
Ye came from Hov's crib. I do believe that.
Now I do want to mention this before we go on
Before
break.
we take this break, we should have took a long time ago when Rob started opening his mouth, but we let him talk a little bit, okay?
We
let him breathe.
We let him breathe a little bit. So continue, Rob. Go ahead.
Brittany, you agree with this?
I got your back.
Right.
I got your back.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
thanks.
but she's looking at me though. She got your back.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, that's funny, Eli? That's funny? That's funny? Okay. So, I do want to say this, though. When it comes to our children, Brian Brown, welcome back to Brian Brown, back to Des Moines.
Brian Brown.
Shout out to him. He did this sermon called Staying Connected, and he was talking about how the music that he listened to connects now to his kids, and how his kids are now, Beverly and Mays fans because he was a Beverly and Mays fan. Now I agree with this. This is what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do that. Yeah. And so I agree with that. And so the music I listen to will like get into him, and so
huge Michael Jackson fan.
so this just may be another Kanye West fan. That's all I'm saying.
It's okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now his mama, with all of this Megan and Cardi B that's out here nowadays, who knows what's gonna happen, but his daddy, he's gonna be a Kanye West fan. Not only will he be a Kanye West fan, but he's also, I'm gonna just say this: all of Chicago. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just say all of Chicago.
I can agree with you
because
on
I can't say
Chicago.
certain things.
I can agree with you on Chicago music.
Yeah, he's gonna be. And Drake tried it on the Chicago House Music album that he did. He tried it. He tried it. He didn't all the way get there, but I will say Chicago Freestyle that he did. That song called Chicago Freestyle that Drake did was pretty dope. That was pretty.
Only
nice.
because of the name. I guarantee if it wasn't called Chicago Freestyle, you wouldn't have liked it.
Well, co-parenting him, he's gonna grow up on some Kanye.
As you should.
And he's gonna be skateboards and sweat and backpacking it up. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing wrong with that, but when he comes visits other people, we'll make sure that he's educated a little bit more. So, we'll go beyond that. You know what I'm saying? He's always going to have to come see TT and other folks. So, so we'll take care of where you leave off. We'll just, we'll fill in the rest.
Because it
That's
takes
all.
a village to raise these kids.
That's right.
We'll be right back with the Urban Adventure. And Kanye West is still the best.
We should have went out to the wild.
Welcome back to the Urban Impact Show. I am one of your hosts, Brittany Dudley, and I have Lewis Fountain here. We are back in the studio after, I think it was like 4 or 5 weeks we've been on the road, so happy to be back. Today, Lewis and I will finish the conversation on co-parenting. So, how you been doing, Lewis?
I can't complain. Can't complain at all. Happy to be back here. Happy to be back in Des Moines.
Yeah.
Left Johnston, so back with DPS. So I'll start Monday.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Happy for you.
Appreciate it.
I know a lot of us Johnston parents were sad to see you go. I was talking to one of my friends yesterday about that, and we were like, I hope they put somebody someone else good in that role, but who's going to fill the role?
No,
who's going to fill your shoes?
So someone can fill the shoes, I'm sure, as long as they have someone that truly understands equity.
I don't believe in that.
And want to
I don't believe
help
it's
our students.
going to be that.
Johnston.
They'll be okay. So I just hope they fill the position in general, to be quite honest.
Well, I'm happy for you, though. I want you to go where you want to go. Yeah, exactly. That's the number one thing.
It is.
So co-parenting. Last conversation, I think we kind of stopped at just kind of both talking about our experiences, I guess, like early on co-parenting, or how we were doing with co-parenting. I think today, do we want to focus on sharing in stories or giving some type of advice on how things are going?
Well, one thing I want to say is no one gave me a manual to this.
I know.
Right? No one said this is going to be your life, this is what's going to happen. I mean, the person you're going to be with, then you may not be with them anymore, then you may have a baby. I mean, all of these circumstances that happen,
right.
No one ever, there's no book you can read. Well, I'm sure there are books you can read, but everybody's life is different too.
Right.
And I just didn't know certain things. I didn't,
And I think back in the day, like grandma and grandpa, they stayed together throughout whatever. You know what I mean? So they didn't have to go through these things. So we didn't see it. Like my mom didn't co-parent with my dad. My grandma didn't co-parent with my grandpa. So we had to literally create these things ourselves.
Yeah, I didn't see co-parenting either.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing for me is to always think about what's best, because Miguel is the child that I co-parent, what's best for Miguel, or what's going to make him happy, or what's going to be collectively best for all of us, so that the kid doesn't feel any trauma from this. Our kids have enough things, I think, that go through in life that give them trauma. So as parents, why would we give them that? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and no one gave you the manual too for when you get with someone else.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That dynamic of bringing the child into the relationship, and then the mother or the father of the child, and then your new person. I mean, it's just a lot of moving pieces that I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't prepared for.
Yeah, and I think I had to grow, and I thought that I was grown, but throughout situations, I had to grow up.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the things I think that I was doing early on there was some immaturity. You know what I mean? Because we're human, but I had to grow up.
I didn't want to deal with it. I'm gonna be quite honest.
So you kind of pushed it to the back burner.
I just kept all the pieces separate. I felt like that was just easiest thing
until
to do.
you figured things out. I think
until I was uncomfortable enough to bring all those pieces together. I don't think that's how the pieces would have wanted it. Yeah. Right. But I thought that was what was best for my child as well too, not to bring him into chaos.
Yeah. So. Yes. And I think for me, so I have someone the guy that I'm dating. He has children with multiple moms. So then I think that dynamic plus my dynamic of co-parenting, like everything was kind of difficult for me. And I think you got to always think about the kids. So even like sometimes my feelings will get hurt through certain things, but I had to think like as long as his kids are in a good space, or as long as things are, going well with his kids. But think of I think he has four baby moms, then a girlfriend. That's a lot. You know what I mean? Like that's
a lot of women that have
and a lot of men, y'all not ready for that. A lot of men are not ready for. So imagine you dealing with one. Imagine 4 and a girl, so 5.
We're dealing with 2 personalities. It's different.
And I think like if you remember, I don't know if you keep up with Diddy, but Diddy has 3 baby moms, but like 2 kids that are like small groups of kids that are smaller, and so they have every holiday together. He makes sure he gets everybody together for every single holiday. Imagine that dynamic. But that's true, Rob. It's because he got money too. So money will change everybody's attitude. Yeah,
money,
absolutely.
Money does change everybody's attitude, to be quite honest.
My boyfriend says all the time, like, if I was a millionaire, we would not be having these problems.
Nope.
Everybody would fit, everybody they wouldn't care. Yeah,
no,
they wouldn't care. But that's true. Like, so Diddy, he does, I've seen them all Christmas, Thanksgiving, and I can't imagine. And when I first entered the situation, I wanted to do that. Like, oh, why don't we all have, like, I'm trying to be this nice girlfriend. Like, let's have everybody over for Christmas. And people are looking at me like, No.
No, it don't work that way.
Yeah, but in my mind, I'm like, that would be great for the kids.
I think the worst thing I think sometimes when you talk about men dynamics and women dynamics, is I think women have expectations of certain things that I don't think men we put on, like relationships or co-parenting, and that's just a fact. And it's just like, I'm like, well, why would you think that way? And it's like, well, because I envisioned something that I didn't even talk to you about. I just thought this how it would be, and I'm looking like what? No, that doesn't work like that. Or that doesn't. I'm not comfortable in that, and then that is a whole nother dynamic, which is expectations, right? So it's just a lot of things that that comes into place when you talk about co-parenting and relationships, and when you bring kids into all of that too. That alone is enough. Just the dynamic between you, your person, the person that used to be your person, and now bringing your child into that. So.
And I think it's different too when the person becomes your wife. You know what I mean? Because
then their opinion becomes not an opinion anymore. It becomes
it's y'all, and it's y'all. You have to move a little bit differently when it's your wife. It's like, no, my wife has to be a part of holidays, a part of me making decisions. This is now our child. You know,
even if you don't like it, I'm gonna be quite honest. There's certain things I'll be like, I don't like that, and then I have to think like, oh well, I don't. Not that I don't have a choice, but you have to compromise, and that's a fact. I mean, certain things I'll be like, nah, I don't like that.
So I think that people have to, like, if you don't bring I don't think it's, sometimes you have a choice, but bringing your kid up in a co-parenting situation and you're not ready to be mature, like that would not be because some women do like have a baby to, like, okay, we're automatically gonna co-parent. You know what I mean? It's automatically we're not gonna be together. And to me, that's hard. Like we have to do it because like that's kind of how things were. But I don't think I would have brought, if things were different, I wouldn't have brought Miguel into this situation.
And I've seen horrible co-parent. Like I've seen that dynamic. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't have those type of issues. And I'm blessed not to because I think I just keep everything as far like the centerpiece being my son. But I've been in situations with friends and family where it's like, I couldn't imagine having to go through this much just to be a parent. Like, nah, man.
It's a lot.
And that's why you see a lot of dads, I'm gonna be honest, you'll see a lot of men be like, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah.
And then you be like, well, how can he a deadbeat, or why would he do that to us? Like, and he's like, no, y'all don't see
that other parent.
Other aspect, And it goes vice versa. It's some men that just, you're just
I used to always say, I felt like I had the bitter baby dad. So you know how most of the time it's the bitter baby mom? I felt like I had the bitter baby dad. I felt like, because I'm like, God, like this should not be this hard. But how women were acting, I felt like that's how he was acting.
He was being emotional. And I don't know, I'm not talking on him personally.
Yeah, no, but situation,
Yeah, people just become emotional in general, especially maybe if he still want to be with you or I don't know those dynamics in general, but
no, that's true. That's how it be. Yeah. And I think the best thing is like, when you see the most issues, it's pretty much, and it's not all the times, but somebody wants to be with that other person. So you got to be able to completely be over that in order, I think, to effectively co-parent, because you're doing everything with emotion. You know what I mean? Making decisions with emotion. And I think, the biggest thing too is like I'm not saying this is your situation, but some things that I see, like if someone's still, having feelings or still messing around or something like that, that brings a lot of the drama.
Don't be trying to make that my situation.
No, I'm not saying.
I ain't saying it's your situation. Yeah, it ain't my situation.
Oh my God, no, I'm saying with some men like that. Sometimes that's the selfishness of some men.
Well, this is a problem with, to be honest, men are way more emotional than women give us credit to be.
Yeah.
Y'all think we just no. There's a lot. We way more emotional.
Yeah.
Maybe not in front of y'all sometimes.
Y'all hide it.
Yeah, we hide it. It comes out in different ways.
Yeah.
But don't believe that narrative. Like, no, we don't. Nah, man, dudes be all in their feelings all the time.
And I think
facts. Therapy, everything.
But men don't want to go to therapy.
That's not true. We just don't find ain't no good therapists. Are they booked out? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, more than anything, men just need to talk to men sometimes, too.
Or talk to your homeboy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But talk to the homeboy that's going to give you good, solid, sound advice. Not somebody who, I always say, don't seek advice from anyone you wouldn't trade places with.
Or just, if you listen to people enough, they'll tell you exactly what they need. Even if you just air hustling, top of it.
All right, well, we will take a break.
That's what Rob was telling us over there. He was saying break.
He was doing it in sign language.
Yeah.
We'll take a break and we'll be right back on the Urban Impact Show.
Oh.
Welcome back to the Urban Impact Show.
Welcome back.
As we continue the conversation on co-parenting. So, Lewis, what are some effective ways you think that I guess changed the game for you guys in co-parenting?
I think being open and honest and like communicating about what's needed for the child. And I didn't do a great job of that in the beginning, as far as just truly being like open and communicating. For many reasons, I think some of it was like I probably didn't know I didn't know what was going to come my way, right? If I was to open up.
If she was going to make it hard for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm both, and maybe I was even there to like explain exactly how I was feeling, or I can articulate it the best way. But once I was able to like truly be open, I think it just made everything easier.
And I think, so I'll talk from the perspective of co-parenting with my boyfriend and his children, and then from my son and his dad. I think things changed with me because when I moved on, it was hard for him. So I just kind of let him sit in that. I didn't, like, I talked to him as much as I had to. I didn't overextend myself or anything. I put up a lot of boundaries that I hadn't before. Once I put up boundaries and kind of made him abide by those and sit in those, it took probably like 2 years, but things got way better, and I think because I finally kind of put my foot down and moved on and was like, look, this is what it is. This is how our relationship is going to be. Either we can have a good friendship, co-parenting relationship, or we don't have to. My kid is 13, so we only had to ever talk to each other. He got a cell phone, pick up and drop offs. Like, we have the exact same schedule since my son was 2, every other day, every other weekend. So we didn't need to talk to each other. But I think once he's seen too that I was making him respect those boundaries, and there was no back and forth talking. I wasn't doing it really changed, made a difference. And I think it made him respect me more, if that makes sense, of like, she ain't gonna let me, mess up any of these boundaries. So I either gotta be cool and have this type of relationship with her.
Have nothing at all.
Yep. And I think we became good friends outside of that. And I think on the other end, for my boyfriend, when I put up boundaries for us and for our household, that made things easier. Because when you have a lot of kids in, the situation, and we're trying to grow our relationship, plus this, it became hard.
I think boundaries in general is good. And I think if you didn't grow up in that type of space, or you don't truly understand like what's boundaries, especially like with friendships, and I mean, it could be, male, female, male, female. I mean, however kind of boundaries you want to look, but there needs to be boundaries in every facet.
And we got to stop listening to other people. They can't tell us what's best for our situation.
In your home, yeah.
Because
that stopped a long time ago for me. I don't know what that means. I don't know how that feels.
And I think because you're a male, but like for me, it was easy for a lot of people to give me their opinions and, well, I would do this. And it's like, no, if you was in this situation, you don't know what you would do.
I'm almost opposite though. Like, no one comes to me with anything. Like, nothing. It's almost like weird.
Well, maybe because you're doing it right.
No, it's not because I'm doing it right. I think maybe because they know, maybe because I'm not messy, or they don't know how it takes something, or maybe they just don't want to say nothing to me. But
Talk about it at all.
Yeah.
Women are kind of different, like I was able to get, because one of my best friends has a family dynamic that was kind of like mine, so I was able to get some type of advice and stuff from her. But I think the biggest thing I think I learned is boundaries. And so people aren't gonna like it, but they're gonna have to get used to it and have to respect it. And then once they did, it was like,
I did everything wrong. I ain't gonna act like I didn't. I did everything wrong. I did everything ass backwards.
But now I think in the space that you are, do you think it's an area it's able for like both women in your life plus your child to grow better?
It's nothing but they could do is grow, because I probably did everything backwards. But yeah, I think once you realize, I think it's an acceptance thing too.
Yeah.
Like, I had to accept that I didn't do it right. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, I was able to grow, and then everything around you can grow. But until I was able to get in that space of growth, everything around me was chaotic too.
And I think is being honest, like not only with yourself, but with everybody else in the situation. Like, look, I'm just learning how to do this. Like, I'm not, like, we're gonna have growing pains. I'm gonna make sure that my son is the focus point, or in the situation, and I respect you, but we gotta grow as a family.
Well, I told my friend, like, it happened in July. I felt like a light switch went off. So as I'm navigating all of that, like the doctor had told, and I didn't tell people this, like the doctor told me I had like a 17% chance to live. Right? So I'm trying to navigate like not dying, trying to navigate like new relationships, trying to navigate like my son, and him not feeling like, all right, my daddy was here, but now he's not here. It was just so much.
Or like I gotta share my daddy now.
And so I had to like apologize to people and come to like and really
who were some of those people you had to apologize to?
A lot of everybody, to be quite honest. Because I mean, I don't, even last year, I don't really remember a lot. I just remember like certain things, like certain big things. But as far as like how I treated people a little bit, because I think I was just in fight or flight. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was just a lot going on last year.
And I think like, so when you think about when you guys get married, then when you guys have children as well, that's going to be a new dynamic. Yeah. But probably because you learned so much from that situation, you'll probably handle things a little bit differently because you're still going to have to, that's going to be different for your son. It's being way different dynamics. So it's like even being able to bring him into that situation. And, you know, I think when I had my son, that added a new layer to the situation and things we had to deal with, not only with my other son and his dad, but, you know, with my boyfriend and his, you know, kids as well, because now this is a kid that's there 100% of the time. You know what I mean? And he sees both sides. You know, he sees both siblings and both, you know, different situations. So at first I was kind of nervous that my son's dad was gonna make it harder for me because now I have another baby and I gotta balance being a mom, you know, the 50% with my son and then, you know, but I think because of our relationship was so strong at that point, it didn't really, I feel like he gave me some grace, you know, like of taking my son more when I needed him to, or, you know, but I think it just goes to show of the relationship that we had built during that time.
But and your children are always watching you, right? My son is always watching me. Like, so even if I go to McDonald's, he be like, Daddy, can you bring mommy back a slushie?
He don't understand.
I ain't gonna be like, no, though. I'm gonna bring her back a slushie. Because it costs me $1. Like, so he see I'm still like respecting his mom. You know what I'm saying? Now on the flip side, somebody be like, well, why are you? That's doing extra. Like, see, now no, it's not. Like, I'm just like I'm trying to show him that is okay. You know what I mean? Regardless of the situation, for me to still be respectful to your mom.
And you know, with my boyfriend too, there's different things that like I have to give him grace for, because like you said, with these kids still want to see like holidays. Can I go help? Dad, can you take me shopping for my mom, you know, for Christmas or for, you know, Mother's Day? Like kids still want to see some type of, you don't hate their mom because they see you moved on.
Now,
you know
I let him give her the slushie though. Like, I don't be.
Yeah. But still, you know, that probably meant the world to him.
It does. Like he notices it. He notices everything. But we have to give Chris credit. We act like, you know, they don't see that, or they don't feel like, no. Everything they feel and see. Yeah. And I remember even Zai asking me like, why aren't you with mommy? Why don't you love mommy? Or something like that. And it took, like, I was stuck for like 30 seconds.
Like, what do I say?
Yeah, what do I say? Because whatever I was going to say, he was going to like internalize it. And it'd be a whole nother issue and situation. So I was trying to be like real delicate and be like, well, you know what I mean? As grown-ups,
things change, life changes. My oldest son, he does a lot of, because he doesn't remember when me and his dad were together, because he was 2. So he does like, did you and my dad ever do things like that? Or did you and my dad ever go through that? Like, he asked me those type of questions all the time. You know what I mean? Because he still wants to see, I think, well, what kind of man was daddy to you? Like, you know what I mean? Or did y'all have, because he sees my youngest son have both his parents, you know, so that affects him, I'm sure, and makes him feel a certain way. So I think, you know, the biggest lesson, or I guess in conversation today, just to everyone, is like, I know co-parenting is a subject that, you know, it's hard, it's tough, but I think in our community, we got to glorify some of those wins a little bit more to make it normal and natural for our kids, because at the end of the day, I'm probably 50% or 60% of America is co-parenting, or someone you know is co-parenting, you know, but we gotta, in our community, I feel like, think of ways to do it right, to where it's not always negative or drama. Or you know,
don't make it hard. Even if you don't like that person, let them still be a parent.
Yeah. Well, I think this is a conversation that we could talk hours about, just because I think it's almost therapy for us too, because we both are going through it. So just talking to somebody else
real
about
life therapy.
Yeah, and I think for me to hear a male's perspective on it is helpful, you know, for me. So I think that as we continue this conversation, I know we will have a few more series about co-parenting. So if you guys have any, you know, questions or any like ideas, or maybe more of the topic that you guys want us to talk about, shoot us a DM and let us know. I think next week or the next few weeks sometime we'll be continuing the conversation and want to bring in other people to have the conversation with us. I think it would be, you know, kind of a good idea to maybe bring, a couple in, another couple in, or a woman or a male to kind of talk through the conversation. So we
ain't never having all them holidays together though. You on your own on that one.
I just think that would make kids. It will make kids' day to know that you're not there yet. Well, we're gonna go on a short break, and we will be back on the Urban Impact Show.
Welcome back to the Urban Impact Show. I am your host, Dawana Bradley. We had a wonderful conversation on co-parenting. Make sure you check in next week. We will continue that conversation. We'll have the women in the house to have that conversation next week to hear their perspective on co-parenting. But today, I have three amazing women with us here in the studio. We have Tarita, Cameron, and Courtney with us here in the studio. And we're talking today about the Business Build Up and Blazer Brunch that's going to be taking place next Saturday, September 17th at 1 p.m. And Cameron, tell us a little bit about how this came to be, why this is important at this point in time to do something like this.
So it became to be because I am a travel professional. And I've had quite a few people ask, what is it that you're doing? I've also seen a lot of people on social media say that they have a business, but nobody will support their business. They feel discouraged. So I thought, you know what? We need to have an event where there's some phenomenal women in there to share their experience, share their stories. So it's important to me because at the end of the day, there's no competition. The competition should be against yourself, and we want to see everybody win. So I actually picked Courtney and Tarita to be the speakers because their story is amazing. And just when you thought you couldn't, you need to know that you can. A lot of women feel like, you know, that when they walk in a room that they shouldn't be there. Well, you should own, you know, that room and also know that you have a seat at the table. And if you're tired of sitting at that table, get your own table. You know, so I'm really hoping that it builds people up, builds encouragement, builds up, you know, self-esteem, whatever that may be, encouragement, and just know that, listen, there are certain things that you need to be doing when you do own a business, because if you treat it like a hobby, you're going to get paid like a hobby.
Yes, that's true. And Tarita and Courtney, quickly tell me what it is you do. We won't get into your story because I want people to come next week. So I'm tempted to start asking those questions, but we're going to make people come next week to hear your stories. But Tarita, tell everyone what you do.
I am the owner of Shy Apparel, and the name has kind of changed a couple times. But yes, I have an apparel line. I have a blog. And yeah,
you can say it on there. That's fine.
Okay.
Too.
Yes. Just living in shit. Y'all know what it is. But yeah, I get nervous. I'm like, everybody don't say shit.
You can say it on there. We're going to get the Urban Impact Show. It's all good.
But yes, I have intimate apparel for women, loungewear, and then the Just Living in Shit line just came from my blog, and I will tell more about my story on Saturday, and then it just morphed into a business. It was a hobby, and I'm taking it serious, and I'm getting paid like it's serious. So yeah,
that's great.
I appreciate it.
Yes, everybody. Privacy for Courtney, event coordination, planning, business marketing. Definitely, if you need your business built, I'm willing to help you get there. And then, of course, we have Lady Luck Scented Candles. So, yes, and anything else I could probably put my hands on.
I'm just going to say it right now. I'm telling everyone she's saving my life for Juneteenth next year. So I'm so excited.
I'm super excited.
Take that off from me, and she's going to be doing some amazing things with that. But I also want you to tell people before we do the giveaway about the event that you have, the ribbon cutting that's happening coming up.
I actually have a couple of different events that's coming up. So we have the business brunch that's on the September 17th. I have my 1-year anniversary of Lady Luck Scented Candles store. It'll be my grand opening October 3rd from 3 to 6. It's hosted by the Chambers West Des Moines. Thank you. It's like, woo! It's hosted by the Urbandale and West Des Moines Chambers. I've got a couple of other businesses that will be posted up, and I think I have 1 or 2 more slots, so anybody that's interested in being a part of that, it's a huge opportunity to get out there and get yourself known by other people and individuals in rooms that you never have even thought about stepping into. And then, of course, we just released the Masquerade Ball for Halloween. So it's something very different for the city, something very safe, comfortable, masquerade type casino night. It's not live gambling, you guys. But how that works is, you know, the sponsors. It's not losing money, but this is also another opportunity of, you know, me being helpful and helping small businesses. So those small businesses, the sponsorship package works where you provide us with a $100 gift basket, and then that is used for our high stake winners to raffle those baskets off. But that sponsorship that you do, that gets your marketing. And if everybody knows, I'm a big marketer. I'm going to put my events on every platform that's possible, which in turn puts your business out there as well. So just for you putting a little package together, and then you get a discount on a VIP ticket. So that's October 29th.
Okay, October 29th. Tarita, tell people how they can get in contact with you, with things that you have for sale and all of those other things. How can they learn more about your business?
My website is Shy Intimate Apparel, and also that is the name of all of my websites. Just Living in Shit is the other Instagram profile, and also the Facebook profile. And I am also running a contest right now. It's kind of a challenge. Well, it is a challenge. So I am on day 194 of my personal workout challenge.
Congratulations.
Working out every single day.
Congratulations.
Yes. And so I started a 10-day challenge for Just Living in Shit. So we are on day 5, and I have over a dozen ladies. It's for guys and girls, but I have over a dozen ladies that are registered. It's a free registration. That's also on my website. And you can register, and you just post a picture or a video of yourself working out every single day, and then I'm going to do a live drawing for some gifts that I'm going to give away during the Blazers brunch on the 17th. So it runs until the 16th. You can still join. You can still get entries every single day. So yes.
If y'all need a motivation to work out, now you've got it. That's your motivation. Prizes motivate you to work out.
Free registration.
Exactly. Exactly. So make sure you do that. And then Cameron, how can people get in contact with you, your business, and the things that you're doing?
Exquisite Travel by Cam. You know, a lot of people say, why do I need a travel agent? I've seen it way too many times where people go and their name may be misspelled. And they're trying to call that third-party person and they can't reach them. I'm available 24/7. I've also met with individuals and they may say, you know what, I want to go to Jamaica. Well, then I use my website, I have them do what they normally do, and I've saved people around $200 or $300. So I'm really passionate just because I never got the opportunity to travel.
Yeah.
My parents just didn't have the means to do so. So now that it's probably been 6 years since I've been traveling, and yes, I have the bug, I must say. You know, there is,
You get it.
yes, there is definitely a big world out there to be seen. There's so much culture. You meet so many great people. So that is truly, truly my passion. I get excited when other people are traveling. You can be going down the street to Iowa City. You're seeing a different scenery, so that excites me. So Exquisite Travel by Cam.
Well, thank you all. You know, I'm so excited to hear more about what you all are doing. I'm going to try my best to be there next week to see you all and see what's going on. But super excited for you all, wanting everyone to support your businesses. I think it's important that we uplift each other as everyone's trying to do something. I wholeheartedly agree with your statement about there's no competition. I always say there's no competition, only purpose. Everyone has a purpose, and you're all here to do something. And so these women are doing their thing. We want to encourage you all to do your thing. And because of that, we're going to give away 2 tickets for the event next week. Courtney, let's tell them where the event is and what time the event starts.
So, all right. So this Saturday, September 17th, we are going to be at the lovely Better Love Events. That is Crystal Paynes, and she is wonderful. So make sure if y'all need events or anything like that to come out there and connect with her and get your event going. As far as timing wise, where are we at? Like 1 to 5 right now. So 1 p.m. would be your check-in. And then, you know, there will be other vendors. There are other small business vendors. There are 10 total other businesses that are there that you'll be able to shop with and mingle and network in the beginning. And then we'll get the show started.
And there's going to be food.
Probably about 2.
Come for the food.
There's going to be food, there's going to be music, there's going to be giveaways, there's going to be a photographer there. So come dressed to impress. We say it's a blazer. Come in your blazer. You can wear what you want. Shorts, jeans. You are uniquely you. So wear whatever you like. Just have a blazer on.
Yes.
And just get ready to be educated and have some fun.
Yeah. So it is required to wear a blazer, right?
Yes.
Required. Please.
We're going to say that one more time. It's required. It's required to wear a blazer. Yes, remember that.
No, so my thing was I used to be that stickler that did not have the blazer. I had to learn to keep the blazer in the car, okay?
Right.
Because regardless of what you have on, that blazer, it changes everything.
Yeah,
okay?
it does.
So if you don't have a blazer, just put it in the back of the car.
Right.
Okay? And you'll be fine.
And if you don't have one, borrow one from a friend.
That's right.
Right. I know.
I got a bunch of them, so if you need one, let me know.
Tarita's got a blazer for you, okay? You need a blazer.
I got some.
One.
I got some. Different colors.
So Tia Sadidi, she actually had a special going on, so providing blazers for the ladies for this event. So you guys can check her out as well. She is over on Southwest 9th at J. Bowie Boutique. So you guys can check that out. Mimosas for not just for the VI, but those who purchase ticket in advance.
Yes.
Yeah, so those little 2 raffles that I get, you'll get all of the full kit and caboodle. So.
All right. Well,
All right, so we posted today at an event. Of course, I did it about an hour ago. We have a few ladies that have did what the rules were. So we're gonna do this little spin. All right, y'all. We're gonna spin it. I'm gonna do it twice. So the first one is going to be Shantae Duncan. Okay. Now this is for general admission. General admission tickets are $50. You have the choice with this free admission ticket of bumping up your ticket if you would like to the VIP. You would just need to pay the extra $50. All right, so hold on. Let me take her out and I'm gonna do another spin. And let's see who the next person is. It is going to be Kiana Hines. All right. So those 2 ladies will get put on the list. Congratulations. Shantae Duncan, she is the owner of Dread Doctor, she's a loctician stylist over at Paparazzi, and she has her own hair care line. And then Kiana, she has her own bakery. Well, she doesn't have her own bakery yet, but she bakes and all that good stuff.
We're
so I'm just speaking something into existence for her. So yes, that is 2 wonderful ladies that will get to come in and attend. So.
And so just to add a little to this, because you all didn't know I was going to do this too, we're going to give them VIP tickets. So if they would like, so they now have VIP, you now have VIP tickets to that event, because I believe like everyone should be treated like you're a VIP because you are. And so we want to go ahead and do the VIP tickets. So we'll talk about how I get you all the money and everything after the show. I just want you to know I'm good for it. So I want to make sure we talk after the show. I'll make sure that we'll get that. But I'm really excited for the ladies that won. Hope you have a wonderful time at the event. And on top of that, I have another young lady who I'm mentoring, who I also will be paying for her to be at this event too as well. Because I do believe that we should pour into people. I keep telling folks I ain't gonna do these things forever. And when I retire, I want to make sure that there's a good group of people coming behind us that are able to do this and walk alongside of us. So I don't want to hold on to this forever. I want to mentor others to make sure that they can do and achieve whatever they want to achieve as well. Sometimes we just need someone to give us a little helping hand. So that's what we want to be here. So thank you all for joining us today on the Urban Impact Show. We're looking forward to next Saturday, September 17th, 1 p.m. Is there still time to get tickets?
Yes.
Okay. You can get tickets. Courtney has been posting like crazy. So if you have not seen this on Facebook, I don't know what to tell you.
For the next few months, you just look at it, okay?
Yeah,
it's look
been
at
there.
it, tap it, look, read, okay, and share. Right. You know, that's all you can. If you don't attend, if you don't like what them people have, it does not matter. Hitting that share button is 100% fine with me.
Yeah, that's it. And
that's all I needed.
And they've been sharing it like crazy. So everyone knows about this event. So again, thank you all. We will be right back. We're going to take a short break and come back with our final thoughts for the Urban Impact Show. All right, welcome back to the Urban Impact Show. We have had a full hour and a little bit more. Just a little change, you know. Sometimes every once in a while we do that, but we've had an amazing ending to the show here. We gave away some great things, and so just share with me your final thoughts.
I think for me, it's always good conversation to talk about co-parenting. I think it's a everyday struggle, and I won't say struggle because it's not bad right now, but it's like it's a continued learning process. Yeah. And we always want to. The focus is to get better and to make it as normalized for our children as possible. So I think the more information that I can get, or the more advice that I can get to make things better, the better. So.
Yeah, I think that's good.
For me, it's like my mantra of life, which is like lead with love, lead with grace.
Yeah.
Understand that, none of us are perfect.
Right.
We're going to make mistakes, and hopefully those mistakes don't lead to like lifelong consequences for our children. That's what we don't want.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, we have to lead with love and lead with grace, and understand that, no one is perfect at this, but always striving to do better. But don't make it hard for you to parent your children.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing.
No, I'm with you. I agree. I always tell people this, and call it the sympathy card, whatever you want to call it. I don't have a co-parent anymore, and made tons of mistakes when that co-parent was alive. Wished if I had the opportunity to do things differently. I've learned so many lessons now that I would have done differently. And so I tell people that while you're sitting there arguing back and forth with your co-parent or whatever's going on, or you can't figure out what that it is to make it right, I encourage you to work hard to make it work, because I don't want you to be in the position I'm in, to where I'm sitting here wondering what would have, could have, should have been, and how much time we wasted arguing over trivial stuff, and now this person's not even here anymore. So now I'm literally, those times when I said, I don't need you, I can do it on my own. Yeah, be careful what you say out loud, because guess what? I am completely and totally doing it on my own. So I just encourage people to try to figure out whatever that looks like, so that you all can have something. Otherwise, I don't want you to be in the spot where I'm in, where I have some regrets that I live with my thing, but I said some things I wish I could have took back to my co-parent, and I don't have the opportunity to say those things. So I think it's super important. I love our conversation. We're going to continue it next week. The women are coming in the house next week, and we're going to talk a little bit from a woman's perspective on some co-parenting things, and so I'm excited to start that conversation. Also, before we close out, I want everyone to know we are talking to all candidates, whether you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, Libertarian. I don't have nothing. I don't know what you are. Show up. Exactly. Urban Impact Show is talking to all candidates starting in October up until November 6th. Okay. This is for anyone who's on the ballot. We are making preference, though, to those who are running unopposed. Not that we don't love you, but we are making preference to those who have an opponent. Mm-hmm. We will fill in, though, with those who are running unopposed. It's not that we don't have love for you, but
you're going to win anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So we know you're going to win, but we want to actually talk to those who have an opponent. We want to be able to hear both of those differing points of view. So we've shared it on Facebook. I'm saying it now. If you know someone who's running, they want to be on the Urban Impact Show, we want you to come. We just want to have a conversation with you. This is not a gotcha moment. This is literally a conversation, so that we can give our viewers that maybe 10 minutes they need just to get an idea of who you are, if they want to learn more, and if they want to support you. We have a really serious campaign coming up here in November, and every vote counts. I know that sounds, you hear it and you're like, okay, whatever. We're going to educate you on voting during that time. We're going to tell you why it's important to vote. We're even going to talk to you what it looks like if you don't vote. I mean, what the potential could be for that. But please make sure. You didn't used to vote? Mm-mm. So we're going to talk about that too. Yeah. Like, why? What the change and the shift was for you. Because I think it's important for people to know, like, why folks don't vote, and maybe what it was the turning point to make people vote. So tune into the Urban Impact Show during that time. We thank you for giving us a little bit more than an hour and some change with you all. We've had a really great day today. We'll see you next week on the Urban Impact Show. Have a great week.
Have a good week.